Hi there! Today in my Books from My Bookshelf series I'm including a very useful book for me as a writer of historical novels. It's an old copy of Enquire Within upon Everything. In fact, it's two copies. As you can see, these are very old. In fact, for my purposes, the older the better. These books were printed every year and were very popular in Victorian and early 20th century as a reference guide to just about every practical household thing you might want to ask. In fact, they were still in print, I believe, until the early 1990s. But I suppose nowadays we have the internet, so books like this are no longer useful in a modern practical sense, but certainly are still useful for writers doing research. As a writer of historical novels, these are extremely useful to me, as you can find out all kinds of information about the kinds of things people ate, what they might use to, for example, heal a wound or clean candle wax out of a bedspread, which I actually used in one of my books. The oldest copy I have, which is funnily enough in the better condition, is dated 1872. And the later copy, which has completely lost its spine, is I think around 1910. Often dates were not included in early books, so one has to guess by the edition number. These are the kinds of books that I look out for in second-hand bookshops because they are so useful when you are setting any book in the Victorian or earlier 20th century period. So anyone out there who is doing the same, look out for these. There are no chapters, though there is a table of contents. And you can see the page number for when the subject matter changes. Well, Tilly has joined us because she just hates being left out. So she's going to see if there's anything about dogs in this book. I'm going to randomly dip in and see what we come up with. Excellent paste for fruit or meat pies may be made with 2/3 of wheat flour, 1/3 of the flour of boiled potatoes and some butter or dripping. There you go. Laws of Quadrille, that's a card game. The cards be dealt by 4s and 3s, etc, etc. That's going to be really boring to go into. And anything about dogs, says Tilly. Right, signs of the weather. Staining. No, nothing about dogs yet. How to get to sleep. Well, that's useful. There are all kinds of really interesting things. Sage and onion or goose stuffing sauce. There's one more. Conversation. There are many talkers, but few who know how to converse agreeably. Now, ain't that the truth? Speak distinctly, neither too rapidly nor too slowly. Accommodate the pitch of your voice to the hearing of the person with whom you are conversing. And never speak with your mouth full. Tell your jokes and laugh afterwards. Dispense with superfluous words such as, well, I should think. That's hilarious. Yeah, all kinds of bits of sort of practical advice about how to speak to people. I love it. Even if you're not using it for research, it's a book you can just dip into for some interesting insight into the Victorian mind. Please subscribe for more discussions about books, writing and writers, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now. Bye from Tilly.